Imagine standing at the edge of a mountain, ready to leap, ready to soar, but the voices around you are either cheering you on or chaining you with fear. That moment, more than the height of the mountain, determines if you rise or if you fall. The truth is this: your destiny is not only shaped by your vision, but also by the voices you allow closest to your ears. There was once a young eagle raised among chickens. Every day, the chickens clucked, reminding it to stay low, to peck the ground, to never look at the sky. But inside, the eagle felt a pull toward the heavens. One day, it spread its wings and for the first time tasted the wind lifting it higher. The chickens screamed, "You will fall, you are not meant to fly." Yet the eagle soared because its nature was never meant for the ground. It was built for the sky. This is the power of your environment. If you surround yourself with people who cannot see your wings, they will convince you that you belong in the dirt. But when you stand among those who see your strength, who remind you of your greatness, even when you doubt yourself, you rise into your true calling. Not everyone deserves access to your journey. Some are meant to be loved from a distance because their presence only drains your strength. Detachment is not bitterness, it is wisdom. You cannot climb carrying the weight of those who do not want to rise. Your spirit must learn to release with grace, to protect your energy, and to choose alignment over attachment. A strong support system will not flatter you into comfort. They will stretch you into growth. They will call out the smallness in your excuses and remind you of the vastness of your potential. They will believe in your dream when you are too tired to believe in it yourself. Voices of doubt weaken vision, but voices of faith ignite courage. And your destiny requires courage. The right people around you are not merely companions, they are catalysts. They lift you when life presses you down. They speak life when silence tempts you with despair, and they push you back toward purpose when fear whispers retreat. So guard your circle with reverence. Choose those whose presence reminds you of who you are becoming, not who you used to be. For when your spirit aligns with those who lift you up, you will find the strength to take risks, the clarity to keep moving, and the courage to fly where others said you could never reach. The people around you create the atmosphere in which your destiny either flourishes or withers. You cannot plant a seed of greatness in poisoned soil and expect it to grow. Every word spoken into your life, every energy you absorb, and every belief you allow into your spirit contributes to the environment shaping your future. Some people are like sunlight. They illuminate your path. They warm your spirit. They help you rise. Others are like shadows, constantly covering your light, pulling you into doubt, and making you question the strength within you. If you do not guard your environment, you risk letting it sabotage the very vision planted in your heart. A dream cannot grow in isolation, but it can be destroyed by the wrong associations. History shows us countless examples of those who rose not because of talent alone, but because they had voices that reminded them of who they were when fear tried to silence them. The right environment speaks life into your dreams, fuels your courage, and holds you accountable to the greatness you carry. The wrong one feeds insecurity, magnifies fear, and convinces you to stay smaller than you were created to be. When you intentionally choose to surround yourself with people who believe in vision, who respect discipline, who value growth, you are constructing the very soil in which your purpose can thrive. This is not about seeking comfort, but about cultivating strength. Your circle determines your climate, and your climate determines whether your destiny can breathe. If your environment is heavy with doubt, jealousy, or negativity, you will suffocate before you reach your peak. But when your circle carries faith, truth, and encouragement, it becomes oxygen to your dreams and a sacred ground where destiny is free to unfold. Energy is never neutral. It either builds you or breaks you, lifts you higher or pulls you lower. Every conversation, every interaction, every presence in your life is transferring something into your spirit. When you walk with people who carry bitterness, doubt, and fear, their energy becomes a weight on your shoulders, slowing your pace and dimming your fire. But when you surround yourself with those who carry hope, vision, and courage, their energy becomes wind beneath your wings, pushing you to rise even when you feel weary. Many people underestimate the silent power of influence. It is not always the loud voices that shape you, but the consistent atmosphere you choose to live in. If you constantly breathe in negativity, it will poison your perspective. But if you dwell in an environment of encouragement and belief, it will strengthen your resolve to keep moving forward. Energy is contagious, and what you allow around you eventually takes root within you. Choose carefully, because your destiny cannot afford to be weakened by the wrong spirits. Align with those who lift, inspire, and ignite, for in their presence, your own energy multiplies and your vision gains new strength. A true support system is not built on convenience, but on authenticity. Many people will stand beside you when it is easy, when your path is smooth, and when the benefits of your journey overflow into their lives. But the measure of genuine support is revealed in the moments of struggle, when nothing about standing with you feels convenient. Authentic people are not swayed by circumstances. They remain steadfast because their presence is rooted in truth, not advantage. Convenience creates shallow connections that crumble under pressure, but authenticity builds bonds that weather storms. You do not need a crowd of people who applaud only your victories. You need a few who will kneel beside you in defeat, remind you of your worth, and help you rise again. The authenticity of your support system determines the strength of your foundation. People who are real with you will not only celebrate your growth, but also challenge your blind spots, correct you when you drift, and still believe in the greatness within you. Surrounding yourself with authentic souls is not just about companionship, it is about having a circle that strengthens your spirit and protects your destiny. Detachment from toxic relationships is not cruelty, it is wisdom. Too often, people hold on to connections that drain their spirit, mistaking endurance for loyalty. But there comes a time when clinging to what harms you is no longer love. It is self-destruction. Emotional and spiritual detachment is the act of protecting the sacred energy you need to pursue your purpose. You cannot climb with dead weight strapped to your back. Every step will feel heavier, every breath harder, until you collapse under burdens that were never yours to carry. Toxicity can come disguised as friendship, love, or even family ties. But its fruit is always the same. It steals peace, sows doubt, and suffocates growth. Choosing to detach does not mean bitterness. It means clarity. It is recognizing that your destiny is too precious to be trapped in environments where your light is dimmed. Letting go is not rejection. It is preservation. When you release what is toxic, you create space for what is true, nourishing, and aligned with your calling. Detachment is not weakness, it is strength because it requires the courage to choose peace over chaos and purpose over attachment. A strong circle is not one that simply agrees with you or makes you feel comfortable. It is one that challenges you to rise higher. True support is not blind approval, but courageous correction. The people who genuinely care about your destiny will not allow you to settle for mediocrity when they see greatness in you. They will confront you when you drift, question you when you shrink back, and remind you of who you are when you forget. Their love is not soft indulgence, but firm encouragement that pushes you toward growth. At the same time, a strong circle also carries unwavering belief in your potential. They do not abandon you when you stumble. They hold your hand and remind you that failure is not the end, but part of the process. They celebrate your victories without envy and stand with you in your struggles without hesitation. This kind of support becomes a mirror reflecting both your flaws and your brilliance, shaping you into the person you were created to be. A circle that both challenges and believes in you is a priceless gift. It stretches you, sharpens you, and strengthens your journey toward destiny. The strength of a support system is not measured by the number of people around you, but by the depth of their loyalty when storms arise. It is easy to find companions in moments of celebration, but it is in the seasons of loss, rejection, or silence that the truth of relationships is revealed. Those who remain when the crowd disappears are the ones who carry the true essence of support. They stand as pillars when your confidence wavers, offering stability when your own foundation feels shaken. In moments of darkness, their presence becomes a reminder that you are not alone. Sometimes it is not even their words, but their willingness to sit with you in silence that strengthens your soul. A loyal circle does not measure your worth by your success, but by the bond of trust, love, and faith they share with you. Such people anchor you to your purpose and hold you together when you feel like falling apart. Their loyalty becomes a shield against despair and a source of courage to keep moving forward. A faithful support system transforms loneliness into resilience and turns pain into the soil where growth takes root. A true support system is not just about what you receive, but also about what you give. Relationships rooted only in taking quickly become shallow, but those built on mutual growth create an atmosphere of abundance. When you encourage others, you are also feeding your own spirit, and when they pour back into you, a cycle of strength is created. This reciprocity ensures that no one is left empty, for giving and receiving flow together like breath. Mutual growth within a circle means celebrating each other's milestones as if they were your own, and standing strong in times of challenge without resentment or comparison. It is recognizing that your rise does not diminish another's and their success does not threaten yours. Instead, it inspires and elevates everyone connected. A circle that practices this balance becomes a powerful incubator for destiny, each person sharpening the other, each dream reinforcing the next. It is in this shared exchange of love, wisdom, and accountability that true transformation occurs. In such a circle, everyone thrives, and the bonds created transcend time, making the journey not just lighter, but richer and infinitely more meaningful. Life is too short to walk with people who dim your light when you were created to shine. The truth is, no one climbs to greatness alone. Every destiny is shaped by the voices, energies, and hearts that surround it. When you choose to build a circle that uplifts, challenges, and believes in you, you are not only protecting your purpose, you are multiplying your strength. And when you commit to being that same source of light for others, you create a bond that cannot be broken by failure, fear, or time. Your support system is not an accessory to your journey, it is a foundation. Who you walk with determines how far you go. So be intentional, be courageous, and be wise. Surround yourself with those who remind you of your worth when you forget, who hold you up when you stumble, and who celebrate your victories without envy. And just as importantly, become that pillar for others. Because at the end of the day, success is not measured only by what you achieve, but by the love, strength, and courage you shared along the way. Choose your circle, and in doing so, choose your destiny.